I am delighted and so thrilled to welcome you in this particular masterclass. I honor your time and energy being here with us. You could be anywhere in the world right now, but you have chosen to be with Julie and myself and give this opportunity a chance. And I really know how tricky it is because we are so busy. There are so many things and we are postponing things. So I really, really honor you. So what we're going to do, we're going to introduce you to a business opportunity. We're going to have slides and then see how it goes and then listen carefully. If it's too many information, pick what you can. And if it's an overload, you can always talk to us afterwards. So I'm going to share the screen and it's not, gosh.
I'll let you do that. And in the meantime, I'll say it's all about being curious, really, to, what you can change in your life and to how easy it can be if you decide that is really what you want and why. So there we are. I was just saying that to let Monica do her slides. I shall be back again.
Oh gosh. Okay, so while you're here, you have seen a post, you have been invited by Julie or myself to be in this space because you want to create more income for yourself, right? You want to create better life for yourself, particularly in right now on this economic situation. And you are like us, 50 plus. So this masterclass is going to show you the freedom formula, how to unlock true health and a wealth, especially for wise, wealthy women, which is you and us.
And indeed, we love this picture, but you don't need to have a partner, right? You don't need to be dependent, and he doesn't need to have his hand on your bottom either.
Absolutely, he does, because we are all rebels. I chose it particularly for that.
Lovely picture.
So what we're going to cover today, it's we're going to talk about the formula, the core 4 pillars, how to unlock health and wealth. We're going to talk about the #1 affiliate, which we have partnered with, which allows you to prioritize health and wealth and also create an incredible leverage income. We're going to show you how to generate leads to that offer so you're not pushing and hustling, but people come to you because they're magnetically attracted to you and your energy and what you write. And we're going to also talk about incredible community and the mentorships this opportunity allows. It's not just a mentorship for 3 weeks. No, it is going to be ongoing support and encouragement. And we're going to talk about sexy automation and why we need automation. Automation gives us freedom. If you don't have automation in your business currently, then you have very, very expensive hobby where you run all the hats.
And don't worry right now if you're thinking, what the heck is leverage? What the heck is a lead? Be curious, stay with us, all will be explained.
So this is for women who are free thinking, radical thinking, out of the box thinking. And then you might have a job or you might have a coaching business, but the business is not generating enough income. And lots of women do not want to talk about that, but this is the reality. And that's why we talk about this. And you might be also afraid of starting over. You think, oh my God, I'm 50. Maybe Julie, that's you can talk about that.
No, indeed. And I mean, I think it's the first thing is it's really women who feel like, I want to make a change. There's something not going well, right? So something, either you're frustrated regarding purpose, or you're worried about your financial security, or, you're fed up of being stuck behind a desk. You want to travel the world. You want to make memories. There's something that you want to change, right? We're talking here to women who are vibrant, who would like more out of life. So it's women who are open, right? That's what free thinking, who are prepared to look at alternative ways of earning. Fear of starting over, I think, is a big one in 50 plus. Fear of something new, fear of failing, fear of technological needs, a lot of fear around that. And I mean, maybe before, we're talking about 50 years before, this was the time when indeed one perhaps started to slow down at 50. Now we can well live another 40 years, right? My grandmother turned 98. That's another 41 years for me. So I actually want to make sure I decide how I want those years. It's also for you if you're fed up with the time constraint, if you're fed up of perhaps, working for money, so either in a job or, like a lot of us freelance, where we exchange our time for money, but it's often a roller coaster because we don't know what's coming in. And it can be exhausting, right? We want to have our own time. Maybe you've got, preteens, like Monica does. Maybe you have aging parents, which also make demands on your time. Maybe they live in a different country. You want to be able to be free to work, but also go and visit either your adult children, your aging parents. It's all about getting out of these constraints.
Mm.
And the routines, right? A lot of us by 50, whatever. I mean, Monica's just turned 53, literally yesterday. I'm 57 and I still feel 15. But we get trapped in routines and we get trapped in what we think is possible. And we get trapped in the thoughts of those around us of what they think is possible for us. So this is all about women who are open to broadening their horizon. We're not saying you want to jump in straight away, just think, open.
Yeah.
What is?
Yeah, we are giving you a glimpse what's possible because lots of women do not know this exists. And I feel it's our duty, and I think it's my duty to share this. And regardless if you say yes or maybe, to be able to see it really changes the whole future.
Yeah, and
So
at least it's an educated guess, right? It's not just
exactly, you need to make
fear
your
based on a new way or based on bad press around certain bad things. There's a lot of stuff out there, right? Not
Mm.
everything is
Yes.
bona fide.
So if you're looking for a financial dependence and flexibility, the flexibility is important, dreaming of creating income that really will support you and give you the life on your terms, this is the place. And if you want to find a really good balance between working and nourishing yourself, being with your family or your children or your dog or your cat, right? To just like have a really good balance. This is also a good place. And if you want to create like I think Julie and I, we love adventure. We love to travel, explore the world, explore different cultures. And many women I speak to, they would love to do it, but they can't because they need to take holidays. And what is this mini tiny 2 weeks, right? Two
Right.
weeks. It's incredible. So even if people say, I have to work because I need to pay my bills, but it's killing your soul. It's killing you, corrodes you within. That's really time to reconsider. Do I want to live like that for the rest of my life? Or am I open to see different possibilities and take the risk of building my own future?
Yeah, and it's not about not working, right? I mean, we work very hard as well, but on our own terms.
Yes, and
We
we work
decide when.
towards, we're going to talk about leverage. We're going to talk about something that stacks on top of each other. And if you work for a normal company, you just work in a one line, linear line. So also it took for people who want to create more purpose and have impact in the world to really share your message. This is the place to be. So there's a disclaimer. You can screenshot it, read it. Basically, I'm going to summarize it that if we're going to make some financial claims, it all depends on you, your effort, your willingness to be coachable, how much time, energy, mind you put into it. This is how much you get back. This is the summary. So, did you read 4 Hour Week, Julie?
Yeah, a long, long time ago. Very good, very powerful. Yeah,
Mm.
and life-changing, right?
Yes, because basically he was saying, I'm reading it as well. He said that first we need to find our dream and then find a business to suit it. And most people do the other way around. They find a job and they squeeze their dreams on Saturday, maybe Friday evening, Saturday and Sunday.
Or even not at all, right?
Or not at all, because they are also doing shopping on Saturday and cleaning. Yeah, do you want to run through this?
Yes. I mean, freedom formula, you know, what does freedom mean? I mean, first of all, we're talking about true health because, I mean, if we needed it, Corona was a perfect example of we are nothing without our health, right? We can't be free if we don't have the health to enjoy it. So it's about taking responsibility for our health, right? Instead of moaning, it's about saying, okay, what can I do in order to have my health in the best possible state, knowing that we can't avoid the things happening to us, but we can make a conscious choice on being the most healthy possible. It's about true wealth. And that was my big wake-up call a year ago when I joined this, is that for all my talk about freedom, there is no freedom without financial freedom. So that means different things to different people. For me, it's the choice. Then the leverage time. Time is something we don't get back, right? Time is finite. We have a certain amount of time in this lifetime, let's say. How do we want to spend that time, right? Do we want to spend it with people we love? Do we want to spend it doing things which energize us? And then the location flexibility. So for lots of us, me in particular, it was a no-brainer that I wanted a job I could do wherever I wanted, whether it's for holidays, whether it's for looking after other family members, whether it's visiting my children, whatever, is to have that flexibility and that freedom in order to work when you want, where you want.
Mm. Yes, I'll hold to that. It's so good. Oh, I'm God. I just made the mistake. Sorry, Julie. I've selected the wrong presentation and I
No
forgot.
worries. No worries.
So basically, Julie Kennedy, supposed to be here with the photo and her name, and I
It's
apologize.
me. Yeah.
So maybe you can go as an apology for.
No apology needed. You know, we're learning as well, you know. So for those of you out there who are a bit like, oh, I would never be able to do that. Sure you can. We're all learning every day. My name is Julie Kennedy, so I'm 57. I have lived in 25 different places, worked in very many different fields. I'm passionate about 50 plus transformation. And what brought me here was mostly the financial side. Is I volunteered for something which I do as usual with a lot of gusto, and it was fantastic. And at the end of the month, I'd earned 137 euros, and that was my line in the sand. I thought, Julie, this is not sustainable. What about Julie in 10 years' time? What about if you have less energy? What about if you get tired? What about really creating a cushion for yourself, something where you're not dependent, something where you can make more impact with the things which are important to you, where I can leave money to my children or help them with things. It was for me about growing up and taking responsibility for my life. So that's more or less what brought me here.
Mm. Yeah, so your sand your line in the sand a moment was realizing that you cannot run like that.
No, and that I wasn't free because my finance as usual was a shambles. I had a very strange, happy-go-lucky money mindset.
Yes, very similar. So what I used to be a banker in London many, many years ago, and I was working for other people for the the boys' old network, and which you can never actually succeed there. And I had a gallery, was many different things, charities. And then I gave birth here in the living room for my daughter, and it was great. I was a mother, and then 5 years later, I realized that I am financially broke, emotionally also devastated. My relationship broke down, and my line in the snow was in Munich when there was a storm, and I had no money to go back to my daughter because my bank was zero, was in overdraft, and I didn't have money to buy a ticket from Munich to Amsterdam. And I was kneeling on the floor on this snowy park, crying like a baby, saying, how did I end up like that? And I made a promise to myself, goosebumps, that I will never end up like this, that I will
Right.
change my life. I will do whatever it takes, even if it scares me. I will do whatever it takes to create a better future.
Beautiful.
So, what does freedom mean to you? If you have a pen and paper, we would love to invite you to a little exercise, and you can play with us. You can score between 1 and 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the highest. So, where are you now with health? Are you healthy? Are you vibrant, full of energy? What about your wealth? Are you struggling? Is money coming in, but there is not enough time. Are you trading time for money? What about family? Do you see your children, your partner? Are you pleasant? Are you full of love and joy? What about your money mindset? And generally, mindset, positive, enthusiastic, or is it more victim,
Defeated,
negative,
frightened, and yeah.
right, complaining? Other people's, they make my life like this. What about community? Are you surrounded by incredible people who support you, encourage you, but also hold you accountable, right? We know what being held accountable really pushes the needle of success. Are you contributing in the world, or is it just for me? And are you celebrating yourself? Like really, honestly, celebrating yourself every day, even if it's like an amazing cup of coffee with a cookie, or walking on a beach, or walking in a forest, really taking time to celebrate yourself.
It's a great exercise. And that is something that we tend to not do, right? We as women are very fast to, be angry with ourselves for all the things that we didn't do. But when do we really stop and say, hey, well done?
Yeah, I do have a journal in the evening, and I have what I'm proud of. And
Yeah.
I make
Yeah.
myself to
So that
do
goes with the mindset, right? Then you have a can-do mindset, and okay, that didn't go as was planned, but what have I learned? And what am I going to
Yeah,
try
yeah.
tomorrow?
And
Yeah.
this is exactly, it is ongoing, right?
Yeah.
Because it's very easy to have bad days and slip into it. So,
Yeah.
but we can talk about that forever. It's very important, energetics. So maybe Julie, you want to ask this beautiful.
Yeah. So, I mean, once we have made this, I like to call it a wheel of life, right? All those different aspects, and you give 0 to 10. And so if you had 10 in everything, the wheel would be nice and round and the journey would be nice and smooth. But if not, you've got a very bumpy ride. So, assuming that there are things in there where you say, okay, this has got a low score, then where do you want to be in 12 months? Which score do you want for which one of those sectors that you've examined your current status against, and what needs to happen in order to have a higher score? Because it's not doing the same things but harder. I think it's Einstein who said that's a sign of madness, right? Just doing the same thing harder and harder and harder. Yes, you can hit your head against the wall even harder, but that's not going to get you what you want. So for something to change, something has to change. And since we're not in control of what goes on outside, it has to be something inside that changes. It has to be a decision.
Yes, yes, that's so true. And that brings me very to this topic, work. The way how we earn money is really crucial. If we are earning money the old way, the old paradigm way, where we work to pay our bills every month, and you know making other people rich, building a future which your only source of income is just one.
Yeah.
And in other words, if you stop working, so would your income. Even if you're a coach and you're launching and relaunching your programs, imagine that you stop doing what you're doing. Would you have another income? And
That's exactly what frightened me, right? That was the idea that if I'm not working all the time with all this energy, well, then nothing comes in. You're
yeah,
not
because there
building,
comes
right?
yeah, you're right, Julie. There comes a time when you're 50 plus, you're going to have menopause. I experienced that. Unfortunately, I had a very bad year, medical. I couldn't work. And due to this business, something I was supported, right? And that's exactly it. So the leverage income is that you put the time, effort into something, you build it for several years, and then you can benefit for the rest of your life.
Right.
So,
It's an investment, right? It's like everything. I mean, no people, oh, these get rich scams. It's absolutely not a get rich fast in that point of view. You can, but you have to work, right? It is all about, it's relative to the energy that you put in. But it's a bit like we always say, in all the books about, all the books about getting rich, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and all of that. You make money work for you. Well, in this case as well, we're making it work for us. We're investing in something which then continues by itself, right? And I mean, that's what's beautiful about it, is that idea of building something. I know that's what I found very attractive as well. The idea that, instead of just being like a firework going off with all my different assignments and missions, which I do love in the rest of my, let's say, work that I've been doing, I wanted to be building something where the knowledge that I was acquiring, the tools that I was learning, I could continue developing something which felt good for me.
Mm-hmm. And if you're still curious about it, just bear with us, keep watching. And I know it's very, very new method of earning income, and not many people have known about this. So it's okay. We really understand, because I didn't understand it in the beginning totally.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So basically, most people work on a linear income. They work for bosses, or they work on projects. When they stop working, the money stops. We promote leverage income. And I like that when they say if you don't make money while you sleep, then you will work until you die.
Yes.
Well, that's true.
And
So
also, to be honest, lots of people talk about corporate, and it's also a lot more, elusive now. Lots of people who thought their job was forever then discover it's
yes,
not. Lots of
it's
people also in our segment, there are newer recruits with the latest technology who've just come out of university or whatsoever who get the jobs. It's no longer a guarantee of security to have a job, right?
yes. Actually, job is highly, highly risky, because you are totally dependent on your bosses. You're totally dependent on government, on authorities, and you praying, hoping that you get your rise or your bonuses, and you follow the rules, not in order not to upset anybody, but what we're offering, that you take charge of your own way of creating income. And it's a pathway. It's like, see it as a pathway, like a journey, like you have a map, and you start from start, and you keep walking. So the income model has four pillars. We partner with established company. We share a product. Then we use automation system. And for once we get the system which allows us to have more free time, and the heavy lifting is done for us. So you buy your time back. And for that, we receive a high profit commission when a sale is made in your organization. You mean that you sell, or the people in your team sell, right? It's a joint effort. We link arms. We do it together. This is just quickly, we can run about different.
But it is, let me do that one, because this was actually important for me, right? Okay, so I left corporate years and years ago, before I started moving around Africa and all of that with my diplomat husband. Then I created my own company, and I love it, etc. However, the big difference with your own offer is that you have to first think it up. You have to think it up. You have to test it. If you're running a company, you need to have, a warehouse and the products, etc. But even if you're just a coach, you usually you invest in technology, my website, my, sales funnels and all of that. There's a lot of investment needed for something you're not even sure yet is going to work.
Mm-hmm.
In many businesses you do on your own, you wear the whole hats, right? You're everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're the accountant
Mm-hmm.
and this and the salesperson and the PR and etc. It takes a lot of time to build a product that works and converts. You have to test it. Most businesses wait for a while, right? Here there's written 3 to 5, depending what sort of business it is, to make a profit. And you often need external mentorship. Now, the big advantage, and this is what attracted me as well here, is that there was a lower upfront investment, right? We're going to get to that in a minute. You buy the health product. So first of all, you're just working on your own health. Then you have all the tools and resources that you need. The product is already a product which is tested, which has received awards, which people need and want. The company's existed for 50 years, so we're not talking about a quick startup which might crumble tomorrow. The profit, since it's a high income, it's a high cost product, it comes also with a high commission, right? It's the same thing. You can sell 50 or 500 shakes, or you can sell 1 or 2 of these products, and you're not working alone. For me, that was a big one, because I have been working alone for the past 20 years, and it's just so wonderful to have a community around you, a business around you with solid foundations, with people who share their best practices. So there's a lot to be said with affiliating with a solid, ethical, beautiful product which sells something that everybody wants.
Gives you peace of mind.
Yes.
It gives you peace of mind, sense of belonging, knowing that whatever question you have, you'll be supported, and also encourages you to become self-led leader. When if you work for other people, then that beautiful quality, human quality, is gone very often.
Yeah, and the investment is less risky because
An
it
investment is
already
just
exists, right?
a fraction of what you can potentially earn. Okay, so in order to get your time and money back, you must be willing to invest both the time and money. And to do so, because if you're not changing it, you are choosing it.
Right.
We partner with Enagic. Enagic is a beautiful company. I have met Mr. Oshiro many times. Last time was maybe 3 months ago in Okinawa, in an island of Japan. A wonderful man. He wrote a book as well. His vision is to make people healthy, wealthy, and also so they're in inner peace. It's very conscious, highly conscious company, which not only thinks about your water, what you're drinking, but also your environment, right? Holistic approach to your life. And we also unlock a high profitable and fair commission structure. So you work on a health, and with that, you immediately unlock an opportunity which allows you to create income for generations to come for yourself, and you can pass that to your children. This is incredible. And I know many friends, ladies, men in my community which are doing it right now, and it's
Yeah. And I mean, maybe one
breathtaking.
thing worth mentioning is the reason you were in Okinawa was it was the 50th anniversary of the company. So that's what I'm talking about, a solid, founded, proven,
Yeah.
recognized for its outstanding quality, and indeed has, as people who know Japanese companies, it has actually a 500-year vision to
Yes, I
create
wanted
this
to talk
wave
about this.
of change around the world, right?
Yes,
Of wealth and health.
exactly. Maybe you continue because
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
indeed, it's just celebrated its 50 years, has a 500-year vision, which is all about health, wealth, people, the planet, and then profit. It's all about, about these. So it has a variety of products, which we'll get into in a moment. So first of all, they're products that we need for our health, and they come, for those who choose to, with an incredible business opportunity. So we're enhancing health, we're building wealth, and we're protecting the planet. We'll get into why. So the product, their main product, their flagship product is the Kangen water machine, which is basically a machine that you attach to your tap. And I think we can't actually quite see mine in the back, and which basically transforms through a natural process of electrolyzation your tap water into molecular structured hydrogen-rich water. Right.
Mhm.
And this is incredible for your hydration level. And it brings Kangen means back to nature or back to ideal. It puts your body back into its optimal state. You know, we live in
Mhm.
very busy societies with a lot of pollution, with a lot of stress, etc. And our body has to cope with a lot of things that it didn't used to have to cope with. So basically, this machine and the water that we drink removes that. There are 60 usages for Kangen water. So there are 7 different structures. It's all state of the art, right? It's the Rolls Royce. There are 7 different waters you can drink, over 60 uses for Kangen water. I had an itchy eye yesterday. I went and got out my book on, okay, which of the waters can I use for that? So basically, you use it to drink. There are 3 drinking ones. There's one also that helps to take medicine. There's a water for babies. There's a water which is the perfect tonic for your face. There is one to remove pesticides. And the idea is it's not just the water that we drink, but it's also replacing household products. So for
Yeah.
example, I clean my windows with one, I degrease my oven with another, stain remover, etc. So it's like a one-stop shop for health and wellness within your whole
Yeah.
household. The plastic, of course, as well, because, we're lucky in our country that our water is supposedly safe, but in some countries you cannot at all drink water from the tap. So it's also, we're talking about reducing plastic waste, right? Or
Mhm.
plastic water bottles. So there's also a shower machine, which we will talk in a minute, and they are now leaders in EMF protection. So that's the electromagnetic frequency, which comes from all our electrical machines,
We'll
right?
talk
Our
about it
phone.
in a sec. Mhm.
Yeah, I was just following this. So
Yes,
there's a
brilliant.
huge market opportunity there as well. I mean, people say, oh, but isn't it saturated? Absolutely
Mhm.
not. It brings income legacy and it's growing the whole time. There are branches all over the world.
I think the last one was open in Nigeria and India. And there
Mm,
are more. I mean, places. Is absolutely. It's spreading. When I was in Okinawa, I was so taken back by people. The biggest number of people on the stage receiving awards were people from India, and
incredible,
people
right?
who had never had any chance of ever creating an income. Not even talking about income, like breaking free from dire poverty. They got together and they run together to create these incredible lives. And now there are women and men being rich, but also giving back to communities, feeding the poor, building buildings. Like it's within short amount of time, really breathtaking, really, really emotional, and it's really changing people's lives. So I was like, my confidence in this company grew like million times. So we talked about the water, and your health is your wealth. That's for sure.
Right.
And
Very
the
true.
water we drink, we just going to briefly talk about that we are water. 70% of us is water. And on molecular level, we are 99%. So we are walking water with a very thin layer of skin and some bones, right? So imagine that you are drinking something which is so good to, as Julie said, it's a electrolyzed, molecular structured, hydrogen-rich water. If you drink hydrogen-rich water, your whole body changes. And when your body is dehydrated, because you're drinking tap water or bottled water, it struggles to eliminate toxins. And what happens? You start to create acid environment in your body. And that acid environment in your body promotes inflammation. And I believe, and also science proves it, that major cause of diseases is inflammation. And I also think that emotional blockages also do not help with
Yeah.
our
It is a
health.
form of
If
inflammation in
you're
a way.
not energetically not aligned, if you're keeping trauma and you have never actually dealt with it, that will cause growth in your body.
Yeah.
So drinking ionized hydrogen-rich water helps neutralize acidity, reduce inflammation, promote cellular health, keep your body really balanced, hydrated, and your immune system will improve, which will help you to fight diseases. I'll
For
leave
me,
it.
that was an eye-opener, if I may, because I mean, we hear a lot nowadays about healthy living, right? Less fat food, less meat, less sugar, less salt, less processed food, less alcohol, more movement, etc. But we don't talk about the water that we drink. For me, this was a huge eye-opener. I mean, I was attracted mostly for the business model, so then purchased the water machine and saw what it did. And I think it really is the missing factor in our quest for health is the water that we drink. Do you know
Yeah.
what sort of water you drink? Do you know what's in it?
Yeah, it's incredible. You are so right. People sell shakes, this, but no one really talks about water. We take it for granted that the
Yeah,
water we drink from the tap is good for us. But
yeah.
so yes, please start thinking, what am I drinking? What am I, and if you have babies, like if you have children, what kind of water am I giving to them? They're just starting their life, right? They're just in the beginning. So the products we recommend, as Julie beautifully mentioned, we have the K8, which is a flagship ionizer, has different pH levels, which produce different benefits, from cleaning your house to really helping you with, for example, if you cut yourself, you can put 2.5. It's antibacterial and it kills all the known bacteria. So it's amazing. If you have a swollen ankle, you can put a bandage and it will take the inflammation, the swelling down. It's an
Yeah,
incredible water.
it really is. Yeah.
And then we have Anespa, which is a shower filter for your home, and
Right.
it remineralizes water through an active charcoal ceramic filter, which removes chlorine and adds also minerals. Very often people don't even think about shower. Why would I change shower? But we absorb 8 times more chlorine through showering and bathing because our pores are open and we take it in like a sponge. And for my
And our
own,
skin is our biggest organ, right?
yes, skin is our biggest
So
organ. And
imagine the huge superficie of skin, which is soaking up all
yeah,
the
so the
things in
largest
the
organ
water.
is your skin, and then you think, okay, I'm going to get the filter ionizer, but then I still bathe in chlorine. I just wanted to add that for years I suffered with dried skin, and now I have not used a body lotion, not necessary because this beautiful shower helps me to have an incredible skin
It makes my hair all fluffy.
and hair and skin. You know,
Yeah.
it's actually we all people who have these products, they shine, radiate. So Engard is a small little box. I have it just next to my computer, which you cannot see. It's a small device which creates a sanctuary, EMF-free sanctuary in your house, in your environment, has 8-meter diameter range, and electromagnetic frequency is a frequency which you cannot smell it, touch it, see it, taste it, but it's there. It's all over our houses, offices, whenever there's Wi-Fi, internet, we have these waves, and the particular there's a range of waves. Let's say 80 is for your heart and 78 is for your brain. You know, it changes, but there are frequencies which are damaging to your internal organs, and especially if you have a small children, they are so prone to this. I cannot make any medical claims, but I know it has a huge calming effect to certain type of people when oversensitive, hypersensitive people. This will calm the environment, and it reduces the electromagnetic frequency to zero. So when you have it on, there are tests, we have videos, we have proof, they're scientifically proven, it's been 7 years in research. When you have this machine, your electromagnetic
It
noise in the
harmonizes,
house
right? It harmonizes because
harmonizes it to,
energy.
to
It,
zero.
yeah, exactly. So you can't remove energy, right? It's
No, no,
something you
no.
can't do.
It's not. It will
You harmonize.
harmonize the particular range to zero.
And the thing is, you see, is that we don't really know that much about it yet, right? I mean, it's only in the last, what, 30 years or something that everything around us, whether it's a microwave or hairdryer, everything has these frequencies and we use it the whole time. We're on our phone the whole time. And it's too short for science to really be able to say it's this, it's that. But what we do know is that some people are particularly sensitive to it. And anxiety, sleeplessness, that sort of thing. And again, it's all about taking responsibility and thinking, well, where can I do the best I can in order to have a healthy household? And when I look at the younger people nowadays, I mean, they basically live on those things, right? They sleep
Yes,
with it, they pick it up
yes,
the first thing in the morning.
yes. It's true. So it gives me peace of my mind because my daughter is preteen
Yeah.
and I know she's on the telephone. I monitor it, but I have the box. I have the M-Guard, and I studied actually for 10 years. I've been working with electromagnetic frequencies on different devices, and I've never really found this powerful device. And then we have Ukon, which is the beautiful root of curcuma. They have different types, gold one and white one. It grows in Okinawa. It's watered by Kangen water. It's incredible. The elderly people of Okinawa, the community, they take it by hand.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, they take it by hand. They clean it. It's really the whole process is like a ritual,
Yeah.
and you can come. It comes with different tea, soap, or capsules. Mr. Oshiro takes 5 in the morning, 5 in the evening. I do the same. 5 in the
Yeah,
morning,
I do
5 in
too.
the evening to keep the inflammation away. And if you
Yeah.
have no inflammation in your body,
And indeed, Okinawa is a blue zone, right? So
mm,
it's one of the zones in the world with the most people over 100. And they do put the fact that the Japanese do consume a lot of kurkuma, of turmeric, that they see that as something which does contribute. Now, I have really bad arthritis in my toes, but I still sport a lot, and the doctor's always amazed. And I do believe that it does have to do with also these capsules that I take every day. And again, it's about, we can't control everything, but what can we do?
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
they're all four, they're a force for good, these products.
Yes, great. So let's move to the money business and why we are here. So we are about health, but also wealth. So we're going to talk about, we talked about this, the Kangen water, how it helps pollution, antioxidative balance, and you can also save money by having this machine. You don't have to buy bottles anymore. Gives amazing hydration. Also, you can, instead of buying beauty products, you can use the beauty water. Actually, it's called beauty water in the machine. You can clean the vegetables from pesticides. If you have, let's say, grapes and you wash them under the water, pesticides are oil-based. They will not wash. You need to soak them into, I soak my vegetables and fruit in the 11.5, and then the oily layer just floats above. Then I rinse it, and it tastes better and it's healthier. And you can use it for cleaning your house and also kill all the bacteria in your kitchen counter or your tools. Actually, it was used in hospitals in Japan until 2003. It was a medical device which was used in hospitals. Okay. Yes, investing in your health.
Yeah, I mean, we've mostly covered that, haven't we?
We covered that. Let's just go to the business. Let's just go to the money. Yeah, shall I run it, or you feel like it?
No, go ahead. Yeah.
Okay, good. So we talked about unlocking your true health with those products, right? Remember the 4 products. Now we're going to talk about wealth. How is it actually combined? What is the missing link? These 4 products called, we call them Quat. By purchasing all these, investing into yourself, into your own health, you are immediately receiving a commission. So you purchase these products, and a company, Enagic, pays you commission. It's 650 euros in Europe. Then first 5 quads means that you find, out of 8.5 billion people in the world, you find 5 other people who share the same value, same mission, and they also, you want to create better health and better wealth. Then you receive more than 8,000 euros commission. If another 6 quotes, your commission is 13,200. And you don't have to do it all alone. You can do it as a team. Another 14 sales will earn you 60,000. These kind of commissions, when I started, I was totally blown away, because I saw the possibility. We're not talking in a low ticket. You need 500, hundreds of people, many, many customers. And here we're talking about 5 people, 6 people, 14 people. It's totally, totally realistic. And if you want to see, if you're a number person, you want to see exactly how you get what kind of commission. We work on levels. They're like, let's say, like a pizza. I always love the explanation. As a pizza, pizza, which is cut in 8 slices, and each slice of a pizza is 1A. Yeah. So if you buy a single product, let's say K8, the water machine, then you get 285 euros. And then depending in which level you are, then how many slices of pizzas you will receive. And what determines what kind of level you are is how many products you or your team sell. Right. So if you have 3 to 10 sales, you are in a 2A. So you get 2 pies of the 8 pies. And the commission structure is done in a very fair way. You cannot get more than 8 pieces of the pie, which guarantees that the people who are above you, at a certain point, they stop receiving these commissions and they start to receive bonuses directly from the company, which will ensure that the people who are starting have a fair chance and to receive these commissions. It's not people say, oh, pyramid structure. It is not
No.
that the person at the top gets everything. No, we are starting all at the same level. There is no discrimination on sex, color, religion, body image. You are remunerated purely on your energetics and the effort you put in.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, it goes much faster if you have a team of people who are working with you because they're cumulative sales, but you don't have to, if people want to do it just by doing direct sales, this is the direct sales branch. And the reason it's not a pyramid is indeed we purchase them for ourselves, for our health. And then for those who are interested, there is this business opportunity. And just to have an idea here why there's written these different ones. So the single is if you just buy one machine here, and the one on the left is the K8, for example. So it's showing you, okay, if you do 1 to 2 sales, you're in 1A, and you get 285 by sale that you make or anybody else in your team makes. And you go on like that. The second one, the quad, is one of each, like we showed before, the shower thing, the water thing, the M-Guard and the Yukon. But then there are different structures, right? So the other one's got 2 K8s. They're all different ways, and we have a lot of documentation on that. So for those of you who are number people, there's a wealth. For now, we're just showing you what is possible. And as you see, it is a very fair system. And at first I was a bit like, okay, this is something wrong. There's no way. How can we earn that sort of thing? But basically, Enagic has chosen to reward the people. They do not put money into marketing, into advertising, into Salesforce, etc. They have people who buy the products, who then fall madly in love with them. I didn't know the first thing about water. I just wanted the business. However, now I am a mad advocate of the water that we drink. That's what I talk about all the time. So then you are just basically sharing something wonderful that you have found yourself. And that's how you go through these steps.
And so you can imagine, so the commissions go from, let's say we choose the quad. The most popular package is the quad because it gives you immediate high return on your investment straight away. And then you also make it so between 555 when you start all the way to more than 3,000. And there are many different structures how we can do it. There are different combinations how we can do it, but the commissions are substantial. They make a big difference in your life straight away. The company pays straight away. They process the paperwork and they pay you straight away. That's Mr. Oshiro's wish that people who need the money, they get it as quickly as possible. And the fast track is for people who are business orientated. They want to run fast, and you buy the quad and extra K8 because that K8 you can lend to other people. And we know from statistics, from already doing the research, that if you have a lending machine, you lend it to people on a 2 weeks trial, you can earn between 70 to 80,000 per year as additional income. So you invest once on the extra machine and you don't lend it to people. People are, when they see you, how you drink, how you look, how your energy changes, they want to try it at home.
Once you have it, you don't want to go back.
Never.
We become real water snobs and walk around with
We do. I carry my water everywhere, even abroad. So just quickly, when you ever thought of earning 1 million was impossible for you as a person, as a mama, 50 plus, you thought, oh, 1 million is not for me, it's for other people, or 500 million, or 500,000, 250,000, or 100,000. Have a look on these numbers. We are talking about 37 quads, 37 people who partner with you in your organization say, I want to live happier, healthier, drink better, have an EMF-free house. Then you earn 100K. For 500K, it's 185 people. And that's like, these are totally doable numbers. So you can also take a screenshot.
As you see, they say you start by working on your money mindset, on what is possible, on what you deserve, on what you can do. Because for me, this was a big leap as well, but it works.
It works. It's proven. It is proven. It is tested. And although we cannot really give you...
no, we're not going to make any claims.
We cannot make any claims. But it's we see so many people really receiving this, and it is working, and what we show actually is already working. Okay, so what is actually legacy? Why do we want to create generational wealth? I can run with it, or Julie, you can run with it as you wish.
Now you do this one, I would say,
Okay,
because it's further
so
forward.
I joined this business because of my daughter. I wanted to create money for me and her. And having been to Okinawa, I've seen people, mothers and fathers, in tears, grateful for receiving, for working for a certain amount of years, reaching this level called 682-3. And from that moment on, they receive monthly income for the rest of their lives. And then when they are no longer here on this planet, they can pass it to their children, and their children will be receiving it for generations to come. And the company is here 50 years. So it has been in this system already for certain years. People who already receive legacy income for 18 years.
Mind-blowing. Super
Mind
sexy,
blowing.
right?
Mind blowing. So you receive 3,500, as of today, you receive 3,500 euros per month, and you receive bonuses, 17.5, plus you become a shareholder of a growing company. The company is expanding in a big momentum. So you become a shareholder. As the company grow, your bonuses will grow. And then this is just the beginning. And then we go to -4, -5, -6, 7, 8, and so forth. And we're talking about 35 bonus, 7,000 euros per month. Incredible. So these bonuses and monthly guaranteed income. What would you do? I would love to ask this question. What would you do if no time and money restrictions were in your life? Like if you would receive 10K every month, you didn't have to work anymore, and you could just have a time for yourself. Like, what would you do? How would you spend your day?
Incredible. And don't worry if you're overwhelmed by the numbers. At first, I was a bit like, huh? We have loads of, if you want to go deeper in that, we have loads of masterclasses which are explaining word by word, step by step, how this system works. But the system is so good, it's recognized and even has a patent attached to it.
Yes.
Very clever and very people-based.
Yes, exactly.
They give it's up to 54%, right?
56 to 75.
Wow.
To 70, 56 to 75. A normal traditional affiliate gives 25%, and 25% is average, and this gives 56 to 75. So yeah, traditional MLM and leverage income, we talked about that. It's like small items. People love their products, but they need to sell a lot of them to get 10K. They need to purchase products every single month. They're afraid that if they don't meet quota, they lose their rank. There's they have to be in hustle recruiting people. There is no legacy income, and low ticket, which is between 100 to 550, 100 to let's say $100 or euros is the cost.
I mean, the quota, I think, is incredible because, basically you work and you're making your way up those 1A, 2A, 3A. If for whatever reason you need to stop for a while, maybe you need to care for an elderly parent, maybe there's an issue with your children, maybe you're sick yourself, you can stop and you restart where you left off. You don't go back down to the bottom of the pile. And that's rather unique.
Yeah, continue. Go.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to add that one. I just
no, but go with it. It's true because they're not. Yeah, that's amazing. And also, you invest once in the beginning, and that's it. You invest once, and there are a few little things in it, but actually, you invest. The big investment is just in the beginning, and you don't have to have stock in your living room. You are continuously building your wealth. Every step, every day you do, it will move the needle towards the bright beacon, that light. That's your legacy.
And it's holistic, right? It's you're working on your health every day by using the products. You're working on your wealth by doing this, by getting out there, by showcasing who you are, what you believe, in order to create this wave of change and a positive force of good. And you're learning, you're growing. I mean, I love that. It's the three sides, right? It takes you on the personal journey of a lifetime. If you're a bit like, well, I wouldn't know how to do that. That was exactly how I reacted. I was a bit
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
not
And
for
you
me.
don't,
Sales,
and
icky.
Ikigai. Yeah, and so actually, and what really nice is that women don't like selling. Most women don't like selling, right? They don't like selling. There is a way, we'll talk about it later, but also imagine that you attract people. It also takes certain amount of mindset to switch, but you attract people who resonate with you, with your values and your values in life.
Yeah.
Maybe you would like to show.
I will, and I will speed it up a bit because otherwise we're approaching the hour. So it's yes, everything is in the platform. So basically, we share the offer with others, so organically or through paid advertising strategies. The main thing to know here is you need no previous skills. And if you're thinking, I'm 50 whatsoever and I can't do it, believe me, you can. There's a great class by a lady who's now extremely successful. When she started, she didn't even own a mobile phone, right? So we make sales, we make content, we talk about what we're doing, etc. People say, oh, that's interesting. What are you doing? We invite them to watch a masterclass, much like you probably saw to get here. Then there is a call made with the digital specialist who goes into, okay, what are you looking for? How much money do you need to earn in order to fulfill your dream, etc. We don't do that, right? There's a back office there which does the sales for us through the platform. Then you do your discovery process. You think, okay, this is what I want, etc. You invest in your own product. By definition, whether you decide to use it or not, you get an international distributor number, and then you launch and receive membership inside the academy. So it's two things. One is Enagic and the products, and the other is a platform that we're going to cover in a minute that we affiliate with, which makes it so much easier.
This is about the sales, what Julie was talking about. And actually the platform, I think I took the slide away. Okay. So basically the platform is an academy where you have different modules which teach you about money mindset, energetics, how to launch your business, how to create a post, everything you need to know under one umbrella. And I know,
and at different levels, right?
And different levels, exactly. Really, thank you. And it is not static, it's organic, it's constantly updated. We have weekly calls, live weekly calls, we have weekly mentorships, and we run momentums. We really gather together and we encourage one another to be the best of you, right, in terms of income, but also your own leadership. And as Julie mentioned, we have a systems which actually do the sales for us. So if you don't like sales, you're fully taken care of here. So what's going to happen next? You can book a call. You can either ask Julie or myself, I want to book a call. What I'm offering is to jump on a call personally and then guide you to a discovery process and where you can start the discovering if this business is for you. But for those who are very, very keen and are curious, what's that? What is this opportunity? How can I implement it? I really want to create better life before the end 2024. I have 3 more months to go. Yeah. I'm offering a 5-week mentorship. This is going to be the last one in 2024. So please don't miss this opportunity. We're going to give you a personal strategy call, laser sharp clarity and focus. You will know who to speak to, what is your niche, how to approach people, what is the best way for you to start this business. You will get a full guidance on launching your business. We're going to look into your Instagram, Facebook, which platform is the best. You will learn exactly how to create posts, how to attract people into your post and turn these leads into high profit sales and set you on a path of creating a legacy income. So that's a lot on offer. And
there are 7 days in a week and Sunday is not one of them.
Yes. So now is the time to be curious, to don't say, oh, now I have so many things going on. I'll do it one day. One day becomes no day.
There's
Never.
never the right day, right? And
There will
when
be
we get
never,
stuff,
never the right moment. I fully agree that sometimes we need to take a break, but generally speaking, there is now is the best time to reach out to either myself or Julie, say, hey, I want to speak. I want to know more about this. Can you help me?
and that call that we're talking about and the discovery process, it's all free of charge. So if you stayed with us this long, right, then I invite you to press on the book a call button or contact Monica or me, depending who brought you to this space, and then do the call and the discovery process because it will give you clarity. So there's a reason for you being here today, and there's certainly a reason if you stayed with us for the full hour. And don't you think
Yes.
you deserve to at least give it a chance, to at least really make your own educated decision once you know everything? I
Yes,
think you do.
exactly. And within 2 or 3 days, once you complete the process, you will know for sure, is this the opportunity which will change my life, my trajectory of my life? I'll break the karmic poverty and scarcity. I go into abundance, or is this not for me?
Yeah,
So just take a chance and I'll see you on the other side. Thank you so much for watching.
well done.